and they have nothing to do with the other customers. So whatever credit limit they are giving to the same customer, desktop division will give the separate credit limit. Your laptop division to the same customer will give the separate credit limit. So in that case, you have to assign that many number of credit control areas to your divisions.
Okay.
Right? Your example was also valid. If you have multiple plants and you want to keep it individual, right? So each and every plant is giving some limit to the same customer independently, independent of the other plant.
Right.
Then you will go with this option. But if all the sales organizations, all the divisions together, they want to control the credit, then they will assign to the company code. No need to assign sales area one.
Okay. It's all the company policy how they want to deal with it. Okay, understood.
Ex-
The possibilities are there. These are the available possibilities in SAP, right? Yeah, understood. Thank you.
Okay. So I'll go to position, and our sales organization is RECH. Okay, and I want to tell the system that for both of this, see here I have two divisions, R1, R2. If I want, I can tell the system that this will use one credit control area, this will use another credit control area. So I have to provide the same customer in the same sales organization for two different divisions. I have to provide two separate limits. And whenever customer will give me the order, if the order is coming at R1, there will be the separate limit. If the customer is giving order for R2, there will be the separate limit. Okay, so in our case, currently it is RECH. I want to maintain same. Most of the times it is same, but there are few customers who are completely independent, so they assign it to the different credit control areas. Okay, so let me save it. Let's come out. This is not required. Even this can be ignored. These two are not required. Now this is important. Determine the active receivables per item category. As I told you, at the material level, whenever you are going to create a sales order, let me show you. When you create the sales order, we discussed that there are two important things from the sales order header point of view. Sales order is a important thing. Okay, so if I show you one sales order, so each and every sales order will have a sales order type. You can see sales order type OR, and each and every line item will have the item category. Okay, which can control a lot of functionalities at the item level. Where is that? Yeah, this one. You can see item category 10. Right? So if you want a particular line to be ignored, if you want that, okay, the line with item category, this one should not go for the credit check or should go for the credit check, that you need to determine from here. This is where you tell the system for which item categories credit check is active and for which item categories credit check is not active. So if I go with the standard item category, which is TAN, you can see credit check is active. Okay, so for item, whether you want to provide, whether you want to have the credit check or not, that you determine from this configuration. If you are entering the material, if you want to create a sales order, for example, you are creating this is a normal order, right? Where it is a material. But let's assume you are selling the service or maybe you are selling the free goods. So based on different transactions, your item category will change. And whether you want to consider that item category for credit check or not, that you can determine from here. You can see there are many item categories for which the credit check is not active. So whenever you will be using this item category, for example, then system will not go through the credit check because this is not ticked from here. If you want this to be included, you have to come here and you have to tick this. Okay, this is for the item level. Same way, there is same configuration. Assign sales document and delivery document. This is at the sales order level. So for document type OR, for example, whether the credit check is active or not, you can see someone has deactivated. That is the reason yesterday when we were trying to create a sales order, we were expecting that the system will give the warning or the error or it will block the delivery. But system has not given any warning, any error. System just continued and it has not performed the credit check at all. Why? Because we were trying to create the sales order with order type OR. And for order type OR, credit check is not at all active. Okay. So if you want to activate the credit check, then you have to select D. Okay. No credit check, blank. If you want the credit check to happen, D. A, B, and C, these are related to old SD functionalities which are no more supported. Okay, so you will not be able to use A, B, and C. If you want to use credit management in S4HANA, only D is supported. Just remember that. Even this question is asked in the exam also. Which type of credit checks are not supported in SAP S4HANA? Whether A, B, and C are supported, or which is the only supported credit check? So answer is B. Let me double click on this. And it is asking you the credit group. So yesterday, if you remember, uh, not Tushar, Akshay was saying that maybe the credit check will be taken place at the time of delivery. How the system will know that the credit check should be performed at the time of sales order creation, or at the time of delivery, or at the time of goods issue? This is where you need to tell the system. By default, SAP provides you three options. You can perform this 1, 2, 3 are standard. Don't worry about this K1, M1, Z1. These are all created by someone who is practicing in the system. Right? So this 1 is for sales order, 2 is for delivery, and 3 is for goods issue. So if you want the system to perform the credit check at the time of sales order creation, we will be using 0, 1. Okay. Normally, the credit check is performed at the time of sales order creation. Okay. So now we
Hello.
told the system. Yes, Akshay.
Can we do the credit check all the three levels?
All the three levels, if you want to do, then there is, you can see there is a second activity here. Set the credit limit checks for the delivery types.
Okay, because if it passed for first, then the credit limit got exhausted. Then again, at the delivery PGI type, PGI at the moment of PGI, it should again check for the uh, credit check.
Yes.
So,
Yes, it is possible. I'll show you.
okay.
Okay, so normally we go with this one, credit limit check at the time of sales document types. So once this is done, now you can see for item also my credit check is active. For my order also the credit check is active. So before I go further, let's try to replicate the scenario that we were doing yesterday. And yesterday the system was not able to trigger the credit check. Let's see after these changes that we have done, is it now allowing us to perform the credit check, or still it is ignoring the credit check? So the one that I used yesterday, is it same? Let me try, copy. Okay, you can see now credit check is performed. System is clearly checking whether the credit limit is available or not. It is clearly showing you that the credit limit for credit segment FSCM is 10 lakh. And although you have exceeded by 29,000, this is exactly what we were expecting yesterday. Yesterday we were not getting this error. Right now, the credit check is being performed. Yesterday, because at the document type OR, credit check was not active, system was not able to perform this check. Okay, so you can see currently this is just a warning message, because we have seen this customer is assigned to risk category A, and for risk category A in our OV8 setting, we have told the system that risk category A is only the warning message. This is just a warning. If you press enter, system will not stop you. System is still allowing you to continue with the sales order without any problem. Okay, let me show you. So if I try to save this order, okay, you can see again it is giving the message, but it is still the warning message, and the sales order is created. System has not stopped you. Sales order is created. But what if I go to my customer and if I tell the system that this customer is now at high category risk, very high category risk, Maybe he has done the fraud with some other vendor. Okay, so you can come here and you can change in UKM 000. Okay, you have to go to role UKM 000 to maintain the credit profile. So in credit profile, you will tell the system that this customer is at very high risk, E. And E, we already set up the error message. What will happen now? If I try to create another sales order for this customer, okay, again, I'll go to VA01, create with reference. I will use the same sales order for the reference, copy. And you can see it is giving the same message, but in the bracket, it is saying unable to save. It will not allow you to go ahead only. It will just throw the error message. Okay, even if you click on this, try to save the order. If you provide this information, see, it is a red message. Credit check failed. System is not taking the order at all.
Even our previous order will not realize, right?
Sorry?
Even our previous order will not realize. Though we created the order, it has not created delivery. As in between, we changed the that categorization to E, high risk. So my delivery will also not happen. Is that correct?
No, that depends, Nagesh. That depends whether at the time of delivery the system will be performing the check or not.
Okay, because now like high risk we gave E, hopefully it is checking all the three. So in that case, even if I have created order and after creating the order, if I have changed the risk category, so it may hang, right? It will not proceed further.
Right.
Okay.
Right. We will see that what is happening to that. But is this clear?
Yeah, I understood. Yeah, this one I understood.
Yeah. So I'll come to the delivery part, but let's talk about the sales order level at this moment. So it is very clear that system is throwing error if the risk category is E, and we have told the system that for risk category E, we want to give the error message. Okay, so same setting. Currently, I'm showing you the demo in some another company code. Same settings we want to maintain for our company code also, and we will try one scenario in our company code. So, assign the sales document and delivery document is done. We have done this also. Determine the active receivables. This is credit groups. So as I told you, you don't need to worry about this. By default, system provides 1, 2, and 3. So what are these credit groups? They are telling you the action should be at what point? At the time of sales order, or at the time of delivery, or at the time of goods issue. Okay, you can create your own also. You can see if you create your new, you can create your own, but normally it is not required. We normally use this 3 only. Okay, and last 2 configurations, which are risk categories. So we already created the risk classes, but I told you that we need to create the risk category for our controlling area, credit controlling area. Okay, so same A, B, and A, B, C, D, E, we need to create for our own credit control area. So what I'll do is I'll click on new entry. Risk category A, it should be same as risk class. Risk category A for RECH, risk category B for RECH, risk category C, D, and E. We are creating this all for RECH. Okay, and you can give the name whatever you want. So what is A? A means no risk. B means low risk. C is medium. D is high. And E is very high risk. Okay, just save it. And now for each and every type of risk, you have to click on this define automatic credit control. This is nothing but OVA 8, the transaction that I've shown you. So new, I want to set up the rule for credit control area RECH for those customers